Today I'm reviewing the JBL Bar 700MK2-7.1 channel soundbar system with detachable speakers, Dolby Atmos, 780W max output, and a 10 inches wireless subwoofer. If you want to check current pricing or availability, that's linked below. I've had this system connected to my TV in a real living room setup across movies, streaming, gaming, and everyday TV watching. This review reflects actual multi-session behavior, not just one quick demo. Let's set expectations clearly. This isn't a tiny plug-and-play Bluetooth speaker, and it isn't a full discrete surround sound rig with separate matching satellites and an AV receiver. What it aims for is a flexible, user-friendly home theater experience that brings deeper immersion and fuller bass without complex wiring. Here's how it performs in real use. Sound quality and surround presence. Once set up, the detachable rear speakers and Dolby Atmos processing work together to create a sense of space beyond a standard front-firing soundbar. Music and movie soundtracks feel broader and more layered than basic stereo. You get a sense of sound above and around you, not just from the front. For dialogue-heavy content, voices come through clearly. In everyday TV watching or shows with conversation, you don't spend your time fussing with volume to hear speech over effects or music. When it comes to cinematic action or Atmos-encoded scenes, overhead effects and directional cues feel more immersive than a standard two-channel setup. You won't get the same pinpoint precision of a full discrete surround system, but within the scope of integrated soundbars with Atmos, the effect feels practical and satisfying. Bass and low end. The included 10 inches wireless subwoofer makes a meaningful difference over standalone soundbars without a sub. Explosions, rumbling engines, and deep music bass have weight. It's not just louder lows, but deeper extension that fills a living room without distortion at normal listening levels. It doesn't shake floors like a high-end dedicated sub with external amplification, but in everyday use the bass feels proportionate and balanced rather than thin or underwhelming. Detachable rear speakers having rear modules that connect wirelessly gives real surround presence without running cables behind your seating area. In my room setup, they noticeably broaden the sound field compared with using just the soundbar and sub. Setup and pairing were straightforward through the remote and app interface. Room acoustics and volume behavior. At typical TV watching volumes, the system balances effects, dialogue, and bass well. When you push volume higher for big movies or loud gaming scenes, the system stays controlled rather than aggressively loud, but there's a natural limit based on its integrated design. It's not chasing professional multi-amp home theater output. That's fine for most living room use, but if you want maximum SPL, a discrete AVR setup still outpaces it. Connectivity and everyday usability. Inputs like HDMI, including eARC for TV, optical, and wireless support make connecting consoles, streaming sticks, and other sources simple. It works with common voice assistants and wireless streaming via Bluetooth or Wi-Fi without quirks. Having the detachable speakers stay synced and stable matters in real life. I didn't experience dropouts or strange audio lag in regular use. Comparison with alternatives. Compared with basic 2.0 or 3.1 soundbars, this setup is noticeably broader and more dynamic, especially with an external sub. Against full drawer of speakers surround systems connected to an AVR, you trade some acoustic precision for convenience and simpler setup. This system makes the most sense for people who want broader, more immersive TV sound without running wires, enjoy movies, streaming shows, and games with impactful bass, value clear dialogue and layered Atmos effects, prefer a package that's ready to use out of the box. It's less ideal for people who want professional-grade home theaters with exact room calibration and discrete amplification for every channel. So here's the bottom line. If your goal is a practical home theater upgrade that adds real surround presence, deeper bass, and usable Dolby Atmos immersion without complex wiring or a separate receiver, the JBL Bar 700MK2 delivers that in a balanced, real-world way. It doesn't chase extreme SPL or Pro AV calibration, but for everyday living room use it feels capable and measured. Check current pricing below and evaluate it against your needs.